sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Introduce the subject of Usul al-Fiqh.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Usul al-Fiqh is a very, very important subject. Its English translation would be Islamic jurisprudence. Unless we know this subject, we will not understand properly the Quran, we will not understand properly the Sunnah, and we shall not be able to know the rules by which or through which the rules or regulations or laws are derived from the Quran and Sunnah. So it is very, very important subject. I will first say what is the meaning of Usul al-Fiqh. Usul means principles, or Usul means roots or methods, and Fiqh means understanding, or Fiqh means law. If you take the meaning Fiqh means understanding, then Usul al-Fiqh will mean understanding methods, the ways of understanding or understanding the Quran and Sunnah. And if you take it as method, Fiqh means law, then it means methods of understanding the Quran, methods of deducing laws from the Quran. So this is Usul al-Fiqh, and it has, as I said, it means understanding, and it also means deducting laws from the Quran and Sunnah. Now, benefits of study of Usul al-Fiqh or Islamic jurisprudence. If you read Usul al-Fiqh, first of all, as I have said, we will be able to understand Quran and Sunnah in a better way. We shall not be bigots. We shall not be extremists. We shall be balanced. This is one benefit. Second, as I have said, the benefit is we will know that our great masters, our great scholars in the past, they made certain principles, some rules, some qaida, some principles, some methods through which the laws of Islam would be derived from the Quran and Sunnah. And we will understand that there is a big subject which developed in the early age of Islam. We will understand that a big subject was developed by the early scholars of Islam. And if we know the works of those great masters, we will develop respect for Islamic law. We will not have that much respect for for Islamic law unless we know how these great doctors of law, how these great jurists develop those principles. Then we will understand the Islamic law is based on principles. It is not chaotic. It is based on principles. It is based on certain rules. As I said, it is not chaotic. So we shall develop respect for those masters, those scholars, and also respect for Islamic law. And then also we shall be more careful. We shall be more careful before we say something halal or haram. We will know that in telling something halal or haram, there are principles. For making law, there are principles which must be followed. Otherwise, you see, incautious people or those people who are not cautious make big statements, these are not permissible, or these are permissible, or these are haram, these are halal. This is not the authority of the people to say without following the rules and regulations. Now, I will discuss now within a part of introduction, role of Imam Shafi. Initially, Imam Shafi is the person, the great jurist Imam Shafi is the person who developed these principles of Usul, the first man who developed the principles of Usul, and it is he who systematized the knowledge of Usul for the first time. And that is the reason why Imam Shafi is said to be the father of Islamic jurisprudence or Islamic law. And from that I would like to say that there are two methods which developed in Usul al-Fiqh initially. Two methods developed, two approaches developed. two trends developed. One was to make rules. One was first to make rules, and on the basis of those rules to deduce the laws. This was the Shafi'i approach. That first of all you say this is Am and this is Khas. You say this is Ahad, this is Mutatar. This is Istisan, this is not Istisan. This is Qiyas, this is not Qiyas. This is Am, this is Khas, this is Ijma. So he developed rules. And on the basis of law, on the basis of those rules, the Fiqh developed. The other approach was, the Hanafi approach, if I have to say that they first of all made law, continued to make rules, regulations, they gave fatwas, and did not make the usul first. But later, after 200 years or some time after, they saw the rules and they tried to find out what are the rules followed by the early Hanafi scholars. Then they found out that they followed this rule, that rule, that rule. All those rules together became the Usul al-Fiqh. So one method is the Shafi method, or the method of great Imam Shafi, or those who followed him, is that first have the rules, and on the basis of rules you make the fiqh. And the other method was make the law, give the fatwas, and let the rules be made, let the laws be made, and then you find out from the laws what are the principles that they followed. But now there is no difference, because we have the fatwas and we have the rules. Now these two have merged into one method. There is no more two methods now. Okay, I have answered your question.